Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most explosive chapters yet. Assassins, illusions, heartbreak, and a god tier magical showdown all collide as Strange faces off against a sorcerer who's not just dangerous, he's desperate. We're talking murder mysteries, magical assassins, betrayals that'll make your jaw drop, and a twist ending that's gonna have consequences echoing through the 10 realms for a hot minute. Alright, let's get into it. So, just to catch everyone up real quick, Doctor Strange went to Asgard with a mission. He wanted to offer himself as the realm's new Sorcerer Supreme. But things got hella complicated when he got tangled up trying to clear Loki of a murder they were magically mind-controlled into committing. Some mysterious axe-wielding assassin who's been causing chaos left and right. Then, Sif and Thor showed up to question Strange about the whole situation. So we dipped to Midgard with this fledgling sorcerer named Aslac to sift through Loki's memories. What they discovered was legitimately disturbing. Someone insanely powerful had tampered with those memories. So Strange, being Strange, decided to perform the spell of Akranon to channel Asgardian magic and uncover the truth. But right before he could complete the spell, the assassin showed up to deliver one final fatal blow. And that's where we pick up today. So the story opens with tension already cranked up to 11. There's an assassin hunting Doctor Strange, and we see Rosva standing nearby with her axe raised, ready to throw down. But here's the thing that caught me off guard. Her target ain't Strange. It's the invisible figure creeping up behind him. And inside Strange's mind, we get this dope internal monologue that sets the tone for everything. He says, "I'm not Spider-Man or Daredevil or Wolverine, but even so, not many people can sneak up on me." Strange is low-key one of the most aware dudes in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, he was focused on completing the spell of Akranon, but he straight up admits he's an accomplished multitasker. This shouldn't have happened. So whoever Rosva is fighting, they're an exceptional sorcerer. Like, top tier. We see a glint of steel flashing behind him. There's a figure in full armor, cloaked by invisibility magic, approaching with a dagger. Rosva reacts instantly, bringing her axe down, hard, on the intruder's back. The armored assassin staggers, then hurls Rosva away with a burst of magic like she's nothing. Doctor Strange whips around, and you can hear the sass in his voice when he's like, "This is the second time you've attacked me in my room." That's the start of what we call a pattern. But I think we should unmask you before it gets too predictable. What do you say? Then he just straight up punches the assassin and rips off the mask. His eyes widen, and even Strange, who's seen everything, is shook. He admits, okay, I'll admit it. This one surprises me. The assassin is Gorm. Let that sink in for a second. Gorm. Rosva just stares, completely stunned, like her brain can't process what she's seen. What? Number? This doesn't... What? This makes no sense. And then Gorm steps forward, and dude just unloads this whole emotional confession. "It was all for you, Rosva. I've loved you since we were children, but you always gave your heart to others. Hearn, One Eye, even Norel. And after Norel's death, instead of my arms, you fell into the arms of Aslac. A sorcerer, of all people. What is it about him? His looks, his intelligence, his sensitive nature? No matter. He's a weakling. And he too shall fall at my blade." Bro was really out here catching feelings and decided the best course of action was murder. With a flash of light, Gorm blinds them both and escapes through the window. Rosva shouts after him, but he's gone. She turns to Strange with urgency in her voice. "We must find Aslac before..." Strange cuts her off. Aslac has gone to warn Thor. He's far safer than we are. Then he hits her with the real question. "But how did you know to save me?" Rosva explains that years ago, some creep followed her around, spied on her using invisibility magic. So Hulda, the former Sorcerer Supreme who got murdered, did something to Rosva's eyes that lets her see through invisibility enchantments. That dude never got close again. She was just passing by, saw Strange's attacker climbing through his window, and swooped in to help. Then she asks, "Forgive me, but what are we chasing?" Strange is already moving through the snow. "My attackers echo. but it won't last long in an environment like Asgard. We need to hurry before it disappears. Right when they're in pursuit, Holt shows up. "Steven, my friend, you look harried." Strange is like, "Holt, apologies." No apologies necessary. Holt's just vibing, completely unaware of the stakes. "We're tracking it. Damn it, it's gone." Holt's face drops. "Have I ruined something?" Roskva breaks it down. "The doctor was attacked. We were in pursuit." Holt perks up. "Attacked, you say? By a furtive-looking gentleman with a beard? He went that way." So the trio rushes off in that direction. Holt's panting, trying to keep up, and he's like, "Oh, this is rather exciting, isn't it? Though, I'm not going to be called upon to fight, am I? I'm not much of a fighter." Roskva reassures him, "I'll be doing the fighting." Holt says, "Oh good." Then Strange suddenly stops everyone. "Wait, I know where he's going." Roskva's like, "You do? Then you won't mind if we stop off to collect some friends." They gather Roskva's crew and continue the hunt. In Strange's mind, he's processing everything. We trace Gorm to Yggdrasil, the world tree. My companion's fury is tempered by their confusion, and I do not blame them. Gorm struck me as a reckless, enthusiastic warrior, but one completely untouched by magic. When they arrive at Yggdrasil, the Asgardians are calling out, "Gorm, we know you are here. Show yourself. Explain yourself." Roskva signals her companions, Solveig and Ivar, to hold back. She beckons Strange closer, and what they find is absolutely devastating. Aslac is impaled on the tree. Gorm is standing beneath him. Roskva's voice cracks, and you can hear her heart breaking. You said Aslac had gone to warn Thor?" Gorm's stammering, confused. Wait, I don't." Roskva just snaps. Rage completely overtakes her. "I'll kill you. I'll butcher you." Gorm stands there frozen, eyes wide with confusion, and he says, "I don't know what I'm doing here. I had a dream, and in that dream, there was another me. He commanded me to stand here and wait for your axe. You must believe me." Doctor Strange steps forward, calm but alert, and this is where his detective brain kicks in. "We believe you, Gorm," which means Hulda's killer is someone who can change their appearance, conjure false memories, and impose them even on a god of mischief. Someone who can hide in plain sight. He turns toward the impaled figure behind him. But who? Who could it possibly be? "Aslac, would you have any suggestions?" Roskva's breath catches. She legit thought Aslac was dead. Then Aslac stirs, and when he speaks, his voice is raw with pain, but also twisted with something darker. "Damn you, Strange. I'd like to see you fare any better under these circumstances. Be assured, I will kill her if you try to stop me." He lunges toward Roskva. She recoils, absolutely stunned. "Aslac, what?" "Hush now, my darling," Aslac says, eyes burning with conviction. "I did not want this. I truly did not, but my hand has been forced. Yggdrasil, I come before you seeking justice. For too long, others have sought to scythe my right to power. Fueled by envy and fear of the changes I will bring, I am here to prove myself, to make an offering worthy of your indulgence. Roskva, please forgive me. I offer you Yggdrasil, the life of the woman I... Roskva doesn't let him finish. She drives her boot straight into his face, knocking him back. "My life is not yours to give." And then a mysterious voice echoes, "It is a worthy offering, Aslac Agnarsson." Roskva shouts back, "But he didn't do it. He didn't kill me." One of her companions steps forward, voice heavy with realization. "It's not your life he sacrificed. It's the possibility of your love." And just like that, Aslac's body begins to glow. Magic pulses through him, power granted by Yggdrasil itself. His form shifts, his aura intensifies. This dude just got a cosmic power-up from a mystical tree because he killed any chance of being loved by the woman he was obsessed with. Roskva's group draws their weapons. One of them cries out, "For Asgard, my friends, for Asgard." Aslac raises his hand, power crackling around him, and his voice booms out, "Asgard? I am Asgard." And then he attacks. Doctor Strange stands firm, eyes locked on Aslac. A bold proclamation, "But I've seen your kind before." Aslac whirls around, fury in his voice. "My kind? You know nothing of me. As a child, I was mastering aspects of magic most sorcerers will never comprehend. I could have changed everything, but Hulda wouldn't allow it. She said I needed supervision, restraint, life experience. Their battle intensifies, magic flaring everywhere, spells colliding like fireworks, strange counters, voice sharp, piecing together the conspiracy. So you buried your resentment, and while it festered, you became infatuated with Rosva. You used your magic to stalk her. You wormed your way into her friend group. But that wasn't enough to make her love you. You saw a rival, so you commandeered the mind of a troll. Rosva's eyes widen in horror. You killed Narelle? Aslac's expression hardens. He says, in my defense, Rosva, I didn't know you'd be in bed with him when I struck. I thought you had more caste. This dude just admitted to murdering her boyfriend and then had the audacity to victim blame her for being there. Rosva absolutely loses it. I will cleave your skull. She lunges with her axe raised, but Aslac casts her aside with a flick of his hand like she's nothing. Oh please, my love, he sneers. Have some dignity. Doctor Strange presses the attack, unleashing waves of arcane energy and continues unraveling the mystery. Here, Aslac, focus on me. When I first arrived in Asgard, the other sorcerers spoke with Hulda, didn't they? They knew what I was going to ask, but they expected Loki to demand the title for themselves. Aslac snarls back. Hulda was conflicted. No one knew which side she would favor. And amid all that uncertainty, Strange continues, you saw opportunity. You prepared a false memory of Loki killing Hulda. You waited for Loki to make their move, but they didn't. Their scheming clashed with yours, and as the moment slipped away, you panicked. You attacked me in my room. You killed Tirlaug to stop me from securing the skull of a dark troll. Gorm, who's still processing everything, interjects, confused. But no, Aslac was with us when Tirlaug was killed. A simple illusion, you empty-headed fool, Aslac snaps. Gorm just mutters, harsh. I don't know why, but that moment of Gorm being like, damn, that was kinda mean in the middle of this life or death battle had me cracking up. Aslac turns back to Strange, eyes blazing with malice. All of which has led me here, to this moment, when I kill the overrated Doctor Strange with the power Yggdrasil gave me. Strange smirks and says, overrated? On Midgard, there's a rhyme. Sticks and stones may break my bones. He strikes Aslac with the staff. See? But this isn't a regular stick. This is the staff of Yggdrasil. He slams it into the ground, and a surge of power erupts, hurling Aslac backward through the air. So tell me again, Strange says, who's overrated? But in his mind, Strange is low-key panicking. My attempts at goading him aren't entirely empty, but they're close. If we were on Earth, I'd have wiped the floor with this smug little but they're not on Earth. And though the spell of Akranon has opened a new realm of magic to him, he needs to keep Aslac off balance long enough to acclimate to it. Suddenly, Aslac pulls off a move that's straight out of The Matrix Reloaded. You know that scene where Agent Smith duplicates himself like 100 times? Yeah, Aslac does that. He splits into dozens of duplicates that surround Strange from every angle. Strange mutters, damn, he's better than I thought. Oh, this is not good. The clones overwhelm him, pinning him down. Aslac looms above, monologuing like a true villain. You don't belong here, Strange. You don't even want to be here. You came to steal Asgard's power, so you could return to Earth and fight another mortal dictator. But Yggdrasil was never going to choose you. To be Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard is to hold sway over gods. It is to be a god. Asgard is for Asgardians. Strange grits his teeth, then uppercuts Aslac right in the jaw. You know, you're right. I came here with an agenda, so maybe the mantle shouldn't be mine, but it shouldn't be yours either. Yggdrasil gave you a sliver of its power, yes, but to become Sorcerer Supreme, you must pass a trial set by the magical authority of that realm. On Earth, that's the Vishanti. On Asgard, that would have been Yggdrasil, perhaps working through Hulda. But you murdered Hulda. Aslac's voice turns cold, devoid of humanity. Even if what you say is true, the tree of life and death cares not for our sins. It's a tree. If it won't give me the rest of its power, I shall take it. And bro, what happens next is legitimately horrifying. The tree screams. All of Asgard trembles, and Aslac does not stop, even as it becomes painfully clear he's harming Yggdrasil, the literal source of life for the entire realm. Strange realizes what he has to do. The spell of Okrenon is multifaceted. It realigns the self, reorders the mind, transforms the magician into a conduit for magic. So I take the power this twisted, desperate young man is stealing and channel it back where it belongs. I'd say we've got 4 seconds before we're both fried to 2 very dim-witted crisps. I've died before. It's not so bad. Just as the energy threatens to consume them both, Holt appears, grabbing each of their wrists and stopping the whole process. Strange gasps. Holt? Oh, how I did like being Holt, the man says, and his entire demeanor shifts. I liked his foibles. I liked the plays he wrote. I'm not used to such things, you see, for I am a tree, and we do not write plays. Record scratch. Hold up. What? Aslac stares, completely stunned. You're Yggdrasil? A flesh and blood interpretation, yes, Holt replies calmly, and my magic is not for one such as you. Sleep now, Asgardian. Aslac just collapses, unconscious. Strange turns to Yggdrasil, still in Holt's form, trying to process what just happened. When did you... I came into being when you arrived in Asgard, Yggdrasil explains, for I knew what you sought. Our time together has, of course, been the trial all along, Stephen. My flesh and blood interpretation is sneaky, it seems, but I have had such fun, choosing to exist for some people and not for others, choosing to have a family, a history, a life. Living as the world tree did not prepare me for such hijinks. So let me get this straight. The entire time, Holt, this bumbling, sweet playwright who seemed kinda useless, was actually Yggdrasil itself, walking around in human form, testing Dr. Strange. That's next level storytelling right there. Strange tries to explain himself. My motives were not... I am a tree, Yggdrasil interrupts, and as such, I do not much care for motives, but returning my magic instead of keeping it for yourself? As Holt, I can appreciate what that means, what it demonstrates, and to trust in Loki, of all people, showed a generosity of spirit you will need to maintain, despite what it has cost the 10 realms. You are judge-worthy, Stephen Strange, of being the Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard. So Dr. Strange stands at the edge of the realm, magic coursing through him, ready to dip back to Earth and settle some unfinished business, namely, kicking Victor Von Doom's tin-plated ass. But Yggdrasil's words are gnawing at him. I wonder what the hell Holt meant by the cost. What cost? He's second-guessing everything. I was right, wasn't I? I kept Loki's involvement a secret. I ensured that Loki and Thor's relationship didn't rupture. I saved the 10 realms, didn't I? But Aslac's words linger, casting doubt. Even if this is a job for a god, even if I'm in over my head, I can handle whatever comes next. Once I've settled things on Midgard, I'll work at being the Sorcerer Supreme the 10 realms need. Then everything shifts. The way home is gone. Thor is dead, murdered by Loki, and Strange realizes, with chilling clarity, that his journey into mystery has only just begun, and that's where this issue ends. So I'm not gonna lie, this story is legit one of the best Doctor Strange tales I've read in a hot minute. Let's break down why this works so well. First off, the mystery structure is clutch. From the jump, you're trying to figure out who killed Hulda, who the assassin is, and what everyone's motives are. The red herrings with Gorm and Loki keep you guessing, and when the reveal drops that it's Aslac, someone who seemed like a good guy, it hits different because the story earned that twist. The character work is phenomenal. Aslac is low-key one of the most tragic characters because you can see exactly how his resentment festered. Dude was a prodigy who felt stifled, fell into obsession, and justified murder as love. That's terrifying because people like that exist in real life. Roskva is a straight-up warrior who doesn't take disrespect from anyone. When Aslac tries to offer her life, she kicks him in the face and says, "My life is not yours to give." That's the energy we need. And Strange? He was out here multitasking on a cosmic level, solving a murder mystery, learning a whole new magic system, fighting a power-drunk sorcerer, and passing a divine trial he didn't even know he was taking. That's peak Stephen Strange right there. The world building is fire. Yggdrasil creating a human avatar just to vibe with and test Strange, that's creative as hell. The way the tree talks about enjoying foibles and plays gives it personality without making it feel goofy. And the visual of Aslac literally draining life from the world tree while Asgard shakes, that's the kind of stakes that make you feel the weight of the moment. The themes hit hard too. The story explores toxic obsession, the corruption of power, and the cost of ambition. Aslac wanted to be great so badly that he destroyed everything good about himself. Strange came to Asgard with self-motives, wanting power to fight doom, but proved his worth by giving that power back when it mattered most. That's growth. And that ending, Thor dead, killed by Loki, and Strange realizing he messed something up bad, that's a hook that makes you need the next issue immediately. Plus the action sequences are hella dynamic. The invisibility fight, the chase through Asgard, the magical duel with duplicates, it all flows naturally and keeps the momentum going. So yeah, this story is fire. It's got everything you want. Compelling characters, escalating tension, vivid world building, sharp dialogue, and a twist that recontextualizes the entire narrative. Alright y'all, that's gonna do it for this breakdown. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think Strange made the right call, trusting Loki? What do you think happened to Thor? And where do we go from here? Drop your theories below. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.